which hospital he was taken to, etc. All of it was a lie to borrow my car and isolate me from friends and family. Not cool. B. I worked for my dad nights at his bakery. This guy would drive up at 2 to 3 a.m. on the sidewalk and shine lights into big windows, bang on glass, and occasionally wave a gun around. Oh my freaking goodness, dude, that's crazy. What the heck? The police were called many times. C. Tried to strangle me at the nightclub in front of the band. Lead singer jumped down and pulled him off of me. And D. He threatened my family. After I finally got him to go away, my sister sent me local news clippings. He had actually murdered the girl next door to where he lived. He tied her up with duct tape and raped with curling iron and then stabbed her. I think I got lucky to get away. Yeah, I would say that you were very lucky to get away from this crazy, crazy person. What the heck? Thank you for sharing. That's pretty creepy. Wow. And that was back in 1986, y'all. I don't know if things are that much better nowadays, to be honest, but okay. Next story. I live in a very small town in Central California, and nothing really happens here. Everyone knows everybody, and not many things happen. Well, a few years ago, I had went out with some friends, and it was around 8 p.m. One of my friends had brought our little brother with us. He was 10 at the time, and we were just walking around for a while. We had crossed this street, which is normally very busy, since that's where people come in and out of town. And as we were crossing the street, we noticed this car was going really fast. But when he got to us, he slowed down a little. And that's when the gunshots happened. There were at least 4 gunshots. We all dropped to the floor and everyone was screaming. I swear it was the scariest thing that has ever happened to me. The car drove away as fast as it could, and I was still on the floor. My friend started screaming, and when I look up, that's when I see her little brother on the floor. His blood was everywhere. No. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I ran over to him and I put my hand on his stomach. His blood was all over my hands, my shirt, my pants. Since there were other cars around, someone called the ambulance and they came and took him away. He was in the hospital for about 4 weeks. That's terrible. I'm so sorry. He's very healthy now. He likes to show off his scar. He says it makes him more of a man. I don't go out that much anymore. I flinch at loud noises, and sometimes when I zone out, I swear I still see his blood on my hands. I'm so sorry. That's awful to experience and definitely very scary. Thank you for sharing with us. I really appreciate it. stopped the entire time. I got tired eventually, and I walked to the side of the house, and I began knocking on the window, telling her to show herself and that she had better get out of there before she got us into trouble. Then I got the biggest chill in my life, and the sensation of being watched. Wow. I walked backwards and I looked up at the top window on the second floor. As soon as I did this, the blinds popped open and a red eye peeped back at me. I was so shocked I started to cry while standing still for 2 whole minutes. Then I started to scream bloody murder. I ran back to my house crying for my mom when finally my sister came out of hiding and asked me why I was crying. I told them everything. My mom believed me because she had her own fair share of crazy, bizarre ghost and demon encounters just as I had. I remember after we had all calmed down and talked over what the thing could have possibly been, when we came to the conclusion it being a demon trying to scare a vulnerable kid. We all went back over there to the side our friend's old house was on, where I had been standing at. I pointed to them where the eye was, but the blinds were shut then, and there wasn't any more noise coming from the inside. We tried looking inside using the peephole. There were not any dishes or people inside when we finally got a good view. It was just empty and lifeless as it had been after our friends had left. I still tell this story when my friends ask for a scary story from me. I have so much crazy experiences, and I could only guess that it's from me being spiritually inclined, much like my mom and dad. This was a long story, but it scared me, and it is a story I'll never forget. Wow, just wow, what the heck? I would honestly be like traumatized from that experience. That's insane. I don't think I've ever had any kind of experience like that. I mean, I've like had instances where I kind of felt like I was being watched or something, but never something as creepy as seeing a red eye staring at me through someone's window in a vacant home. That is just, I don't even know. I'm kind of speechless right now. Thank you so much for sharing your stories with me today, and I really hope to find some more scary stories on Reddit to read to you guys. I love doing these series. I think spooky stuff is honestly some of my favorite stuff, because I mean, just look at me. Come on. I'm into that stuff, so I'm gonna be looking for some more scary stories for y'all, okay? And I really hope you're enjoying this scary stories time. I'm sure I'll be doing some more of these videos in the future for all of those who enjoy it, myself